Alright, so hello everyone. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing the Maffetone method and going over whether or not it actually works and the results I achieved from when I started it, which was May this year, coming off injury, to now. I still use it, but I'm basically just going to be giving you a background to like how it's been for me, what Maffetone is, how to approach it, everything like that. So I started running Maffetone, or using the Maffetone method in May this year, 2019, after coming back off injury. I was injured in March, and then I was injured for 2 months, and then I kind of like, just by luck, came across it. It was on YouTube actually, but I don't really know how I came across it, but I'm glad I did. It's literally changed running forever for me. It's incredible, honestly. I'm not just saying this, it actually is amazing if you just trust it and work with it. So in May I started it. I was running, I think, 11-minute mile pace. I'll put the stuff up on the screen in case I'm wrong, but just so you can see evidence. And then obviously by May, by about July, August, I did a 5-mile math test on grass, so obviously it's a bit slower than track, and I was running in like 7:35 per mile pace average, and that's all at Maffetone, so low heart rate. Now, I forgot to explain what it actually is. So pretty much you run at a set heart rate or below it, which is your MAF heart rate, so your max aerobic function heart rate. So basically you do 180 minus your age, and I'll put a thing up on screen now, but 180 minus your age, and then you either leave it or you minus or you add numbers depending on what applies to you. So me, it was 180 minus 17 minus 5 for injury. I started when I was 16 doing it, so it was minus 16, but it just changes. You just adjust it when you get older. So mine at the moment is 158, I believe, and I run at about 155. I never actually, my math test wasn't even at 158, it's about 156, because I don't really like to, I think if you run at 158, if that is your pace, you might tip over to 160 at a few point, and then that's obviously defeating the object of it. It doesn't matter too much, but I try not to do that. So yeah, that's what happened. I dropped from 11-minute mile pace to 7:35 in what, 4 months, I think. And I just think that that's incredible. That it wasn't even that, it's probably 3 months, but that's just insane, like how you can improve fitness that much. And I wasn't even running that much. I was running about 40 miles a week, maybe 50, but when I got injured, I ran 40 and I got injured from that. It was because I was doing it too hard. Like my easy runs were like 7:20, 7:30, but that wasn't easy, because if that were easy when I started my math, it wouldn't have been 11-minute mile pace. And now I'm not at 7:35, I'm at more like 7:50, but that's due to inconsistency, but also sort of there's multiple factors that can work and like go into the Maffetone, but it's basically just been my fault. But I'm starting a new training block now for the new year. I plan to start at 70, work up to 100 miles a week, and you might be thinking, how's that possible? You're like young, you might ruin your legs, get injured. With the Maffetone method, because you obviously run at that certain heart rate, you're basically ensuring that you're running aerobically, not anaerobically. Therefore you put less stress on your body and you're less likely to get injured. That's why when you see people running over 100 miles a week, they might do a run at 8-minute mile pace, even though they can run like a 2:20 marathon. You might think, why are they doing that? It's the purpose of keeping it easy aerobic, because you still get the benefit. Obviously you do need some harder stuff like tempos, but there's a time and a place for them. So yeah, I'm going to do that and see where it takes. So I don't care about the pace, because you can, like, obviously back in what the summer, when I was running 7:35. I doubt I could run what I can run for 5k now. I can run faster for a 5k now, which is 17:51. It's my PB. I set that 2 weeks ago. But I'm running slower for meth. But it does kind of correlate. If your math's getting better, you're getting fitter. But I've hit a plateau. So I need to increase my volume to get better. So we'll see where that takes us in 2020. But yeah, that's basically what has gone on for me with Maffetone. Why I think you should do it. You might think it's kind of like pointless and obsessive, but it's not, because you just need to use a heart rate monitor. I'd say chest strap is the best. The watch ones aren't very accurate, and some people might think, oh yeah, but you're checking your watch all the time, but that's not necessarily the case. You can check it every mile or so, because you know when you're going hard or not. I check it just whenever I feel like it, but at the end of the run, my heart rate is that below Maffetone. So you can kind of regulate it. You get used to your body and the speed you're moving at, so you know, oh, okay, I'm doing this pace, I'm running aerobically. I just think it prevents injuries. It makes you fitter with a less effort than if you were doing speed and hard sessions and hard runs, and it just makes running more enjoyable. So I don't think there's a reason why you shouldn't do it. I mean, just give it a try and see what you think, because at first I was like, oh, this isn't going to work, and you might think that, but if you honestly just trust it, you'll see results straight away. Obviously diet factors into it, but if you want to know more about that, this isn't about the Maffetone method in general, it just does it work and what I've achieved, which proves it works. So if you want me to make a video on the entire Maffetone method, I will. Dr. Phil Maffetone's big book of endurance training and racing, I've got that, and I think you should read that. It's really good because it gives you sort of an insight into what you need to do, training, diet, sleep, everything like that. Me personally, I don't listen to the diet advice much because I found what works for me, but he's like an advocate of sometimes doing ketosis and that, and I don't think I wouldn't want to do that, and plus it wouldn't work for me because I'm vegetarian. But yeah, it's sort of just finding that it's more with the Maffetone, it's you get spikes, like you get peaks in fitness, and sometimes you might hit plateau or regression, and then you need to just identify why that's happened. Not obviously the peak in fitness, you don't need to know why that's happening, it's good, so you don't need to like worry, if you know what I mean. But if you hit regression, you want to know why you're getting worse if you're still doing everything the same, because it might be sleep, it might be bad diet, it might be you're just having a bad day, the surface running on, there's so many different factors. So yeah, that's just it. It just makes running so much better. I think it makes you fit with less effort, so I don't see why you wouldn't try it. But yeah, so as I said, that's just my experience with it. It should go similar for you, if not better. I'm just lucky that I react to easy mileage. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it's helped you out, because that obviously is the purpose. I'm sharing my experience with you. Yeah, so that's really it. Hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.